Matt, first off, your intro was awesome. I've been playing guitar for 3 years? I should be so much better than I am now. My lack of skill might also have something to do with the fact that I only really started getting into playing last year. I didn't notice this before, but your wall is perfect for green screen. My dad had jokingly suggested that I paint my room green. I'm starting to consider it. Not that there's any reason that I would want to be using a ceiling as a green screen for anything. And yes, the Pence bar is catching on. Soon it shall rule the lands. I'm not really sure how it would, rule lands, but it would do it despite it only being a bar on a website. It would rule with an iron pantsy fist. Because pants have fists. Yeah. Anyway, overall, awesome video. Nearly Headless Bella. You mentioned rocket science, which Shannon had also mentioned quite a while ago. She also posted a link to one of the awesome songs from the awesome soundtrack from the awesome movie. Awesome. Although I still had the Google image to make sure it was the right movie I'm thinking of, because sometimes the brains in my wires get crossed because I just said that backwards. I should have said the wires in my brain, but that was an example. It was real time. Let's go with it. But during my Google image search, I realized that the girl who plays in it is the same actress who plays one of Bella's unimportant friends in Twilight. Isn't that interesting? No, it's not actually. And your earrings are really awesome, although unfortunately not edible. I'm not really sure how you would go about eating them off of your ears, but it's unfortunate nonetheless. And the trophy! I literally raffled at that. Well, I guess I didn't literally raffle because I was in a chair, but I was like rolling in the chair. It was like hysterical laughter nonetheless. And it's great knowing that my friends associate me with weaponry. Let's hope police never interrogate them about anything. And also, only nerds get excited for school. So, this week's challenge was to make something. So I thought that I would turn myself into a stick figure. Why? Because I can, mostly. That's the only real reason there is. I mean, I've been saving this. I was like, just waiting for a chance. I'm an interesting person. Now, in the event that you actually meant to create something physically, then crap. How about... a bass guitar strap made out of measuring tape and a rubber band. Yeah, this was the best I could come up with. I'm gonna have to pick all that stuff up I just intentionally knocked over. And for this week's question, we were to tell of the last movie we watched and what we thought of it. I don't know why I'm talking like this, because I watched The Hangover, and it was nothing like this. So yeah, last night, through totally legal means, I watched The Hangover, and it was ridiculous. It was funny, it was unpredictable, and it... yeah. I think that's an accurate description of the movie. But more interestingly than The Hangover, through means that were also completely legal, I watched The Hangover. No, I didn't. What? I watched 2012, and it was like, at first it was like, and it was all cool and stuff, and they were driving through glass buildings, and but then at the end it felt sort of long. And that's pretty much the only things I had heard anyone say about the movie, that it was kind of pretty cool seeing everything blow up, and that it felt kind of long. But what none of them mentioned was that somewhere between the explosions being really cool and the really longness, the explosions turned from cool and awesome and fun to, like, horribly tragic. I mean, like, an innumerable amount of people would have died. Horrible, tragic, fiery, crusty. This is no longer serious. So yeah, I sort of found those horrible, tragic, fiery, crusty deaths sort of disturbing in a way. And unfortunately, at the end, it did feel sort of long, which kind of pulled me out of the movie, which sucks because it was at the end of the movie and I was into the movie, but then it pulled me out the movie with its length. But yes, overall in closing, 2012, good movie. The Hangover, awesome movie. Shannon, I'll see you tomorrow. Whoosh! Cloak of invisibility. Am I invisible? Can I be seen? Also, as a side note, we're going to be changing the posting schedule soon, so I will tell you more about that once I figure out when we're going to be posting. Which seems like it'd be important and we should already know.